WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Resonance Rises. So in this episode, we're going to continue our spell creation of awesomeness. I just pre-crafted a few things before we get started. I made a Sword of the Zephyr, and right now I am moving on up so that I can make another lovely little wand. I'm going to deposit the extra quicksilver I managed to get. We'll have enough quicksilver for 2 more wands of Uprising. Unfortunately, the damaged wand of Uprising doesn't actually work in going with it, but I guess you can't really expect everything to be handed to you in a silver platter. So let's actually get started and do a bit of crafting. So we're going to need some more stuff for another wand of Uprising, 12 of that, so we're going to need 6 feathers in total. Plonk, 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 and then we'll be able to make our wand of Uprising. Now, we just put our sword in here, and like that, and then we'll be able to get to the next part, which needs 14 potentia and 6 volito, which is going to need more water. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. It'll just take a while. And for the potentia, this might be a potential problem. Ha! See what I did there? Not that, but it's going to be 7 redstone. Let's just open like that, and yep, 7 redstone. There we go. And you may have already guessed this, but let's get it right now. We get the Sword of the Condor. Now, before anything else happens, actually, I'm going to warm this up just in case I need to do anything else. I'm going to go, no, I can't really name this right now, can I? Though, actually, you got 1 level 30 glowing medallion, and I'm going to change this so that it's actually not that, but not a level 30. I want to put it as a low one. A level 1. So level 1 medallions, and that'll be a lot less liquid experience. We got a level 21, and we got a level 31, and we got a level 1. Sorry, level 30. A level 31, actually. It's funny how that works. Let's put this here, and let's put this, let's get a book. Let's get 7 books. Okay, so 7 books here. Oops, we gotta put this here. So Sword of the Condor, what we're going to do is try to apply a set of enchantments to this and see what we get. It took some of the durability. However, imbue weapon, no, I do not want imbued weapon because I believe there are a few glitches currently with that, but that's something else entirely. Sharpness 3, we'll definitely want to keep that book, and everything we'll put in which, I think we have it in here, right? Yeah. Hey, look, yeah, that's where all the aura stuff went. Whoops. Okay, and a smite 1. So we're going to, I think level 1 books might be the best way to do things, but anyways, we haven't actually used this. This is the Sword of the Condor. Sword of the Condor, meet everybody after we just suffuse enough for 8 level 1 enchantments. Haha! That'll take a while. And then we're just going to go outside and test this. Okay, first, not using it, we're going to go up, kill the slime so we have enough room, and then go over here and test this out. Okay, so like the Wand of Uprising, we hold right click and start going. It's not the fastest, but I think it actually goes very high up. Yeah, so we can go really fast, really quickly going up, and we can actually hold sprint at the same time and stay up. And it actually keeps our forward momentum while we're going, and there seems to be a bit of a stuff going, yes. So this is actually probably a good combination with our speed. So our speed, our normal speed, and we can go forward at a lovely rate. Lovely rate of knots, I say, lovely rate of knots. And does it work while we're flying as well? Yes, it does. So we have a few different options towards us. Now that's obviously not the only thing. It's a sword. So, and that uses our right click ability, which frankly might not be the best thing to do. If we shift right click though, we can do a step back, kind of similar to the rapier actually, and it just jump, and it's quite interesting. And unlike the rapier, we can add like sharpness 5 to this, though I think it only has a set amount of damage. That's something I'd have to try by adding a bunch of different enchantments to that. So yep, this is the Sword of the Condor. I'm not too sure how useful it is when combined with Ars Magica. However, it could be a little different in the fact that, well, if we didn't have Ars Magica, or if we didn't have access to the flight spell for some other reason, this is an alternate form of flying, which is quite kind of classy. Let's see. Yay, I am slashing the world. Okay, let's try to get repair on this before we, kill it. Let's see, where is a good place for our door? This door is going to go, I suppose it can go here. This door, when it's fully ready, I don't think this qualifies as full. It's going to go to our next little area, our actual base, our new base, once we finally get everything going. Now, I'm hoping to get some certain factorization materials going so that we'll be able to continue with, you know what, I'm just going to be vague until we actually do it. Toodles. So, this base isn't really finished, as you can tell. It's mainly just a skeleton with a bit of a design that I'm hoping that I'll be able to bring to more of fruition later on, and it doesn't seem like it's lining up with how I'm supposed to have it, does it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's good. But then when we look at here, okay, I'm gonna have to sort that out later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and it should go to about here. So why is it there? Heck if I know. Okay, so that I'm gonna worry about at a later time. I'm definitely going to have to fix that before anything serious happens. Actually, I think I know why, but that's a calculation thing that I'll definitely have to do later. Okay, so here we are at a wall. I know, exciting, isn't it? And we're just going to go there, gonna go there, and we're gonna just go here. And did you actually go through correctly the first time? I'm actually gobsmacked. That never happens. Speaking of which, hope you enjoy that, because you are going to have a lovely amount of stuff that you will have to do. Okay, so speaking about stuff that we have to do, we are going to work on a bee experience system. We're going to need as much bloody experience as we possibly can, and the only way for that to happen is if we get, well, a large system running with bee experience just being and breeding and all of that stuff. So we're going to need some diamond shards, that's for sure. And let's see, is there anything else that we need? Obviously there is one thing that we need, though I would have sworn, yes, it's in my other chest. It's always in my other chest. I have no idea why it's always in my other chest, but I suppose that's something else that we're going to have to worry about. Okay, Wand of Uprising is probably not the best thing to have on right over there, but let's just go back to our main base. Well, our soon-to-be main base, and we're going to have to put a barrier for a wall. Thank goodness I created this deep storage unit that has a few more bricks for when we finally get things rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. By rolling, rolling. I don't know why I'm singing. Maybe I'll sing later. I'm not sure. Do people actually like me singing? If not, I won't do it. If so, I guess I can do it. Though it does require a particular mood. Maybe not the best of moods, because that's just crazy talk. But anyways, we're going to need some more bricks, I'm supposing. because this amount is definitely not going to hack it. And let's just pull all of that. And why do I still have enchantment tables, enchantment things on my bar? I'm going to need to make this uh, ceiling floor thing 3 thick before we're able to really do anything. This area is going to be more of an atrium. In fact, we're probably going to need to move that dimensional door at another place, but I'm going to make this 3 thick, put a bit of a bounding wall around it, kind of like a template, and then I'll be back. Okay, a few things before I continue. Let's get up a bit. Yes, I know it kind of looks square. Yes, I know. There's no stairs. We're gonna fix that later. And yes, I know it looks like a lot of brick with no architecture whatsoever. That's something I'm also going to fix. However, how I usually like to build is I want a nice base, so to speak, so that I'll be able to build it on up, and you might be able to tell on the minimap what type of design I'm going to be going for. However, it's going to take a bit more filling in and broadening up and a lot more brick for me to be able to do that. However, I don't have the necessary copious amounts of brick. So, what we're going to be doing is not that. However, we are going to move onwards with trying to get some minimum stuff set up. Okay, so the idea is this. This space is all the working stuff, at least. The pretty stuff can be on the outside of it, is going to pretty much be within 4 chunks. This is the 4 chunks, but the boundaries are actually here in this little corner right there. So all of this area, and the reason I do this is because I'm going to have them 3 thick, and they'll be allowed, the cables will still be in the wall, still functioning within the chunk borders. But we're not just going to have a huge open space, we're going to have some room. So what I'm thinking of doing is starting off and getting our dark iron finally set up. And you may or may not know this, but let's actually see if we can get this. Okay, Wrath Igniter. It's been a long time since I last used this, but oh, it's nether brick. Oh. Nether brick. So that means we're going to have to take a brief trip in the nether and smelt it, which is the fun part about this pick, actually. Let's just quickly take a detour in the nether. It's not that far away. Just have to go through a variety of doors. Pick. Got it. And I already had a bunch of nether brick on my person. I don't remember that, but oh well, let's actually move onwards, get back to our base, and make a bit of dark iron. Why not? Oh, that is a definitely useful thing to have. Definitely. I have no idea why you would ever want to have something like that, but oh well, that's your call. Let me get some more iron, then we can continue. So one of the main things in factorization, in a lot of things factorization, is that, well, you need something called dark iron, and you require a wrath furnace for that to happen. Now, let's make the base, and while we're doing that, let's just talk a bit about it. So, the wrath furnace is a pretty simple structure. It actually doesn't have any predefined form, but this is the wrath igniter. If you place its fire on anything, it'll start consuming only that type of block. So for instance, if I place it on the stone brick, my entire structure would just disappear because of all the wrath fireness. Now, however, if you put it on nether brick, it'll continually go for infinitum and will continue going and burning. Now, what it's able to do is also convert iron blocks into dark iron. And all you have to do is place it, pickaxe it, and pick it up. Now let's do some calculations. What we're going to do is build a B machine. So using factorization routers, we're going to build a B machine that will be able to get all of the fancy stuff out of the system. Now that's horrible in explaining it. So you remember my Explorer bees, correct? Well, the main annoyance of it is that you can only have so many within the bounds of all the pipes and etc. that you have, and it's really annoying if it's like that. So what I want to be able to do is have a highly condensed area that will be a lot of bees, and then I can just stand in it, gain all the experience, then just throw it in a tank where it can be used in other machines. Now for that, what we're going to try to do is set up a system with routers. Routers, however, take a lot of dark iron. As you can see, it requires 6 pieces per router, and however, we're going to actually add a few things. So if we keep this as, say, if there's a max capacity, each apiary, I don't have one on me right now, but each apiary has 7 output slots and 2 input slots. If we were to make this as good as possible, we'd want the routers to have the auto eject upgrade, which basically automatically ejects when the router pulls something from a system. Oh, there's a dimensional door over there. Maybe we can actually check that out while we're doing this. That might be productive, assuming that it's not just rifty. Haha. Okay, so let's continue. So we're going to need at least 9 routers. That much is obvious. Oh, actually, that's interesting. We're going to need 9 routers. That much is obvious. However, we're also going to need to add 7 upgrades, 7 auto eject upgrades. So 2 routers will be for all of the princesses and drones, and 7 will be for the outputs. Oh, hello there, Nelly. Rift Remover is actually good. Cactus is great. The other stuff honestly isn't that good, so we'll just put that there and leave this place as as we please. That was easy, and you're not going to spread. Okay, so let's do the calculations. We're going to need 9 routers, and we're going to need 7 auto-eject upgrades. So let's make this simple. There's 4 dark iron required for those, and 6 per. So that's pretty much like 7 routers require 10 each, so that's 70, plus 2 more routers, and that's 82. Now 82, we get 4 from this. That means we need 21 blocks of iron all said and done. That's not counting all of the intricacies that we're going to need to add. So I'm going to transmute some diamonds, convert everything. And there's also another thing that you have to be wary about when using the system. Obviously, you can automate it if you had some sort of turtle or block breaking program. Is that, well, 1, it can be consumed by the flames, so that's an annoyance that you're going to have to live with. And 2, if you place too many in quick succession, it will just burn out, the fire that is. So you got to be careful of that, or else it's just going to burn and you're just going to be, well, tough luck, noogies. Okay, I'm going to craft the routers and the upgrades, then we'll start working on a system, probably do it in that corner of the room, and we'll do something with that corner later on. Okay, let's get this party started. Actually, let's use this one instead because I feel a lot more safe with this. Okay, so first of all, I think we should get our upgrade out of the way and get the pressure plate. I'm just going from memory here. This should be the upgrade. Yes, it is, and this should be enough for 7 auto eject upgrades. And we're going to need to do one more thing before, and that's to make the Eyes of Ender. Combine these. I hope this is the right order. Actually, I don't think it matters. And this should be enough dark iron for all the routers. Okay, so that part is good at least. Now we need a good footprint. I suppose it's something that we can just step up into. Don't need to worry too much about footprint or anything. So say if the corner is here, do I have any dyes with me? Are there any dyeable materials that are out there? Actually, I don't think it really matters, so let's just use a block that we know that we'll recognize. Okay, so the range of the effect is a 9 by 9 centered on the person. So if we were to make a 9 by 9, there we go, and the center would be here, correct? 4, 4, okay, good. So this is the center of the universe. Actually, this is, hey, did I want smooth stone? No, I didn't. Sometimes this pick is too much. Uh, yeah, so let's just expand that. That's good. That's good. Okay, so this is pretty much the area, including the cobblestone, where we're going to put all of our fancy little apiaries. So if you were to start with our apiaries here, that would be good. Yeah, I think that'd be good, actually. In fact, let's move it over here. Can I smelt the apiary? Good, I cannot. But I can still smelt the smooth stone. You know what would be lovely if this had somewhat of a silk touch effect, but I suppose you can just get a silk touch pick for that. I'm gonna move them in the corner over there. You're probably thinking me moving them is kind of semantics, but I kind of want them like that. So 7 here and 2 here. So these are going to pull all of the outputs, and this is going to suck in the inputs, which is the bees, and nothing but the bees. And is this a good area? Yep, normal, normal, so this is the perfect environment. Also for bee breeding, so we can have an entire floor dedicated to bee breeding. That will be good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Just double checking everything is okay and not messed up. So now we just need to get everything checked out, and what I'm going to do is actually set this to insert and set it so that it's a particular slot so we can tell where each slot is. Slot 0 is for the queen, so we're going to have this as slot 0, and if I'm correct, if it has any sort of consistency, slot 1 should be the next area, which let's grab that and put this in. Should be the drones. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in no particular order should be like that, or not. Okay, that's slot 3, which is over there, but slot 2 didn't have anything? That's odd. Oh, wait, it was just lag. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's set them. And I think that's good. Okay, 8, 7. Good. Extract, 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 extract. And insert, so extract. So this should be able to stand all of the bee products. So now we're going to need to bring everything in. Let's get off this drone. And we're also actually going to need to add these upgrades. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now they have here. Ooh. Now we have more options. And we're going to need to eject to the right. Oh, actually, that's good. Okay, so east. And let's set them all for east. Okay, time to work on some of the little things that are probably necessary. Oh, actually, I never noticed that. Do they always face north? That's actually kind of useful. If you were to have a mini-map, that'd be very useful. Okay, so now we're going to need to give a path to the system where it can eject. And we're going to need to all bring them so that they're facing the same direction, and it'll be this way. Now, this is where it's probably going to get a little tricky, and in the meantime, I think we're going to set this stuff up so that we can at least test this at a later point in time. At least they have a short life, so this shouldn't be too bad. Now let's make some apiaries pipes right here, and that's a very easy recipe, though it is a tad expensive. The propolis is a little difficult to get sometimes, and we're going to need to get our cobblestone transport pipe to get the rest of the way. Okay, so here is the system. Ideally, you'd want to have the princesses go into here, and the drones go into here. And thankfully, there is special things for that. So drones and Wait, we needed drones for this one, right? Good, okay. And the rest of the stuff each time, well, for this time at least, we'll want any item. So any item will go there, but because there's something in the other slots, basically each of these settings have different priorities. For instance, the princess has a higher priority than any bee, and the items have a higher priority than anything, but anything has the lowest priority of them all. So it looks to fulfill every single one before it gets to that. So green is anything, so everything will go this way. However, we'll want the final stuff to go this way, probably for processing, because we'll have a bunch of drones afterwards and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so assuming that this all goes quickly, now the only thing that I'm worried about is when we have a lot more apiaries than this. Because I'm hoping to just fill this thing up to the highest proportion, and that'll be a huge experience thing. Actually, maybe having a base fueled by liquid experience, that might be a thought. Maybe I'll have Greg, or rather ask Greg, if he can make the magic energy converter actually run off of liquid XP instead of balls of enchanting. Because balls of enchanting, I believe they require 49 experience points for them to be made. So that's 4.9 buckets for however much energy that is. Okay, so now to only test this. I think we have 2 deep storage units left over. In fact, we can make it 3 if we were to take this as well. So I'm thinking that we'll also set it up so that we'll have some deep storage units to just take all of the riffraff out. In fact, I think the deep storage units will place here and here. So we'll actually want the pipes here, and they'll probably want to be diamond. I'm going to get the deep storage units and then set them up to hopefully take the combs, and the drones. Combs and drones for everyone. No takebacks. Okay, so here we go. Crud, that's not in the right place. Give me my mob spawner thing back. Not mob spawner, and now I am just going crazy because everything... sometimes these one high boots are really getting to me. Okay, so we're going to place them here and here. However, that's not going to be the end of it. Let's get these pipes. And we're going to need to get apiaries pipes. Now, we could technically just use one apiaries pipe and one diamond pipe, or just one iron pipe, in fact. We don't actually need another iron pipe at the end. However, I'm going to set this as a fallback. So all the drones will go here. The items will go into the black here. However, in the red, we'll have all the anythings, and we'll have in the red over here as well, anything. This is just a fallback just in case something horribly goes wrong. For instance, if somehow there was something that caused the drones to just, the princesses to not go into it, that would be bad. All I can say is, with this rain, good thing I do not have any sort of Greg Tech machinery out right now. That would be bad. Okay, so this is basically a fallen princess trap, just in case. And we have a few princesses, or rather drones or whatnot, going into here. And we're going to need to wait for them to actually see if they work. Now this thing... Actually, it takes a while sometimes, but we're probably going to need to get not the bandwidth upgrade, but the speed boost. Not because it's necessarily a slow process, but we're going to be handling a lot of bees, and I'd like it to be as, well, beautiful as possible. Wait a second. Oh, no. No, you didn't. Boo. Boo. That just sucks. Okay, so these deep storage units do not allow any sort of rocky drones in them. So that is a bit of a problem. At least we have some rocky combs. So there's that added benefit, so to speak. But what are we going to do in this way? I want to store some drones. I guess I could use barrels. Maybe eventually get an extra dimensional upgrade on them. But I would have rather the deep storage unit because it does store them a lot more forcefully. Yeah, forcefully than others do. We're going to need some more apiaries. However, I do have some spare drones that I'm going to use. I think I got some here. We got a lot more, sorry, princesses. How many princesses do we have? Quite a lot, actually. So I'm gonna look for that barrel. I'm sure I have the barrel somewhere around here. Then I'll place it, and then we should be good once we pipe everything up. Pipe up, chop! At least the remaining system should work, so all we really need to do is get this out. Stop that now. Thank you. Okay, let's get our barrel down, and this should give us all of our bees, right? And it will actually store it. See? That is how it's done. That is how it's done. Jerk. Okay, so we should be able to calm down, Way. It's just a stupid barrel. You don't need to worry too much. Okay, that is a bit of an annoyance. I don't think it'll actually attempt to go in. However, I'm just going to be safe and do that. And then just wrench it like that, and that should be good. I doubt we'll be able to exceed the 64 stacks. Honestly, it's not going to be that dramatic of a size. However, I suppose it's going to be useful to have them there just in case. We should have them... Oh, derp. 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 Okay, so we have 3 princesses ready to go. We're just going to need to find a seller of apiaries. That's going to take a while. Actually, I'm just going to have to either create them or find a seller. I'm actually going to look for some villagers, hopefully find a seller, light this up a bit better, and then we should be good once we get everything going at a nice, lovely pace. F7? Oh, yeah, that would be bad. Okay, so our apiary is almost finished for testing, and it seems like, we're almost done. Now, I want to see if they actually output to iron pipes as well, because if they don't, that might be a bit... Oh, hello. Okay, they don't actually extract from iron pipe, or rather extract 2 iron pipes, so that means it has to be wooden pipes. Oh crud, that's annoying. However, we do have the technology and we can worry about that now, so let's get everything that's required. Hey, I'm talking to you. Okay, so let's get the wooden pipes first, and I think we only need 8 at maximum. Actually 7 should be sufficient, but we need to make 8 anyways. Sigh. And we're going to work on getting these first, because I don't want stuff just spilling out randomly everywhere, which would kind of be counterproductive. And why did I put them all like that? That's kind of messed up, if I do say so myself. Okay, there. And now we should only need to place these, and it should auto-eject, supposedly. You're not auto-ejecting, you know that. Eject east. East is that way. So you should be ejecting right now. That is very odd. Why aren't you ejecting? Let's try that with the drones. And you're not ejecting. Why aren't you ejecting? I have no idea why it's not actually ejecting. Maybe it already ejected or something. But that's very odd. Or can it only... Ooh, that's actually a thought. Can it only eject into inventories? I didn't even think about that. Let me try something. So I was toying around with some of the stuff, and Poppy actually mentioned an item that I've never used before, and they're called the MFR ejectors, which are going to be an interesting thing, definitely. Let's get these out of the way, and yeah, let's leave that. So the MFR ejector is this thing, which requires a servo motor and a machine frame. That's very easy, very easy to make. And I had 2 plastic sheets already. Now I was going to make a bed with them. However, I think this is going to be definitely a satisfactory usage of them. So let's go and get this machine frame, servo motor, plastic sheets, and also a sprinkling of pixie magic. A la redstone dust, and we get these. Okay, so auto eject, and is there anything in here yet? Okay, that's an annoyance, but anyway, so let's have that, and we're going to need to jury rig it so it's the correct side. There we go, and that's a shift click. So if we unshift click, I guess they all are like that, huh? So twice. Oh, they actually have arrows. That's helpful. That's actually very helpful. Would have been useful for other things. However, I suppose that's okay. So let's see. Can we get this on the right side? Thank you. And I suppose we can just have a pipe here. That's helpful. I thought they... So auto ejectors, basically, it should be that an item goes into them, and then it ejects out. However, I might be having a problem with the fact that these don't work on pipes, unless there's some other peripheral that I'm needing to use. Maybe wooden pipes? Nope. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to sort this out later, but that's going to be an easy enough fix. If anything, we could break down and get a target gates or just redstone engines. Redstone engines would probably be fast enough. Just put them on the wooden pipes, put iron pipes, put them down, and then that should be sufficient. So we definitely have solutions. So next time I'm thinking of making a fully automatic apiary creation system. I'm thinking that will be very helpful in, well, getting more apiaries and building this up. The only variable we need at the end of the day, I hate using that term, would be to get all the princesses so we can refine all of them. Think of it, 80 apiaries only on this floor. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Resonance Rises. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.